Hello FPL managers, today we have a look at the best forwards with the new season just around the corner. In today's video we go over 5 forward options and discuss why these could be the best picks coming into the new season, as they have great underlying stats or good starting fixtures. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as we're trying to hit 8k subs by the start of the new Premier League season, and with that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the first player on the list, it's Harry Kane. Harry Kane didn't have the strongest Premier League season last year by his standards, but his underlying stats were still very good and he's had a great pre-season, so I would suspect him to return back to his brilliant best for the new year. In just 3 games over pre-season, Kane was able to provide 5 goals and 1 assist for Spurs, so with this excellent form I am expecting him to make a fast start. Looking at some underlying numbers last year, his XG per 90 of 0.53 did rank 3rd amongst all forwards, and his XA per 90 of 0.25 ranks 2nd. Furthermore, his score involvements per 90 of nearly 0.8 is fairly impressive, and his expected FPL points per 90 wasn't too bad at 5.53. So taking into account that his expected FPL points per 90 did rank 5th amongst all forwards last season, and last season not being his best year, I would expect him to be one of the highest scoring forwards in the new season. Now moving on to the second pick, it's Erling HAALAND. HAALAND is currently the second highest owned player in FPL, coming in at £11.5 million. There's definitely plenty of hype and excitement around him coming into the new season, as any now Man City striker is going to be exciting to watch, let alone it being HAALAND. Fantasy Football Fix predict him to make a fast start and be the highest scoring forward over the first 6 game weeks, as they predict him to score 39 points over this time. Looking at his Bundesliga stats last season, his XG and XA per 90 were both very high, combining for a total expected score involvements of over 1. Furthermore, his actual score involvements per 90 were 1.36, which is ranked amongst the top for all the players on this list. Obviously the Premier League is a lot more difficult than the Bundesliga, but I still think he's going to be getting plenty of service from his Man City teammates and continue to be a very strong forward. Especially considering Man City's very good fixtures outside of Game Week 1 against West Ham away, I would expect HAALAND to be one of the highest scoring forwards, if not the highest scoring forward of this season. Now taking a look at another very high owned forward, it's Gabriel Jesus. Surprisingly, Gabriel Jesus is the highest owned player in FPL at the moment, with an ownership sitting around 64%. You can put this down to his very impressive pre-season, as he was able to get himself 4 goals in the pre-season for the Gunners and looking very threatening. His high press style will definitely allow him to score plenty of FPL points this year, preying on the mistakes by the defenders, so I would also expect him to be in the top 3 highest scoring forwards. At Man City last year, his underlying stats were very good, with an XG per 90 of 0.43 and an XA per 90 of 0.28 that ranks top amongst all players in the Premier League that played 800 minutes. His score involvements per 90 of 0.76 were also fairly decent, considering that he was playing out wide, and his expected FPL points were also fairly high with 5.65. This figure did rank higher than the likes of Harry Kane, and his total FPL points per 90 of 5.75 also did rank towards the top of forwards. Glancing over at the 4th option on the list, it's Jamie Vardy. Vardy has seen a dramatic price decrease down to £9.5 million, which I believe definitely makes him more of a tempting FPL asset. Vardy is obviously getting on in age, but when he plays he is very effective, as last season he had an XG per 90 of 0.43. He is definitely more of a goal scorer than an assister though, as his XA per 90 was just 0.08. But as far as goals per 90 goes, Vardy had the top amongst all forwards last season with 0.75. This was accompanied by 0.15 FPL assists per 90, combining for 0.9 score involvements, which is very high for a player of his price. This score involvements per 90 figure also ranked top amongst all forwards last season in the Premier League that played 800 minutes. So definitely if he can stay fit the whole season, he's going to prove to be a strong option. Vardy had an expected FPL points of 5.34 per 90, but significantly outperformed that, getting 6.63 FPL points per 90, which tied first amongst all forwards. So once again, if he can get some consistent minutes for Leicester this season, he could prove to be a nice differential pick. And as the last player on the list, we've gone with Darwin NUNEZ. The new Liverpool signing got himself 4 goals in 1 game during pre-season, and it looks like he's going to be getting plenty of chances playing in that striker role for Liverpool. It's the first time they've really had a player in this position for a while, and I definitely think under this role he's going to be getting plenty of chances in the Premier League as well. This will suit him, as based on pre-season he doesn't look to be the most clinical finisher, but I just think the amount of chances that he gets, he's going to score plenty of goals. At least in the short term anyway, as Liverpool have very good starting fixtures fixtures, and looking at his underlying numbers last season, they were also very impressive. His XG per 90 of 0.83 ranked top amongst all players on this list, and his XA per 90 of 0.22 gave him a score involvements expected per 90 of over 1. His actual score involvements per 90 were also very high with 1.38, which did rank top amongst all players on this list as well. Obviously the Portuguese league is a lot easier than the Premier League, but similar to Haaland, I do think he's going to be getting plenty of service, and just the pure amount of service that he's going to be getting is going to allow him to score plenty of goals. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.